questions. So what you're going to do, you will read each question. You'll go back into the story. You can either listen to the recording that I have of myself reading the story. Honestly, if you do that, there are some hints to some of the answers to these questions. Or you're welcome to just use the reading, the link to the actual reading, and you can go back in there and use those. A couple things that I'm going to be looking for on these questions. First off, complete sentences. That means capital letters, ending marks, the sentence makes sense. If you would like to use part of the question in your answer, I think that is great, but I'm not going to grade you on that yet, but I definitely think it's a good habit to get into. And then as I'm looking, I don't believe any of these are asking for text evidence, but you can always give text evidence. And some of these, your answers could just be text evidence. You could go and find the answers in the story. So I'm going to read through these really, really quickly, and then you'll have some time to work. So the first one says, according to the first paragraph of the text, who were the Vikings? So you're going to explain to me who were the Vikings, and it gives you a clue where, wink, wink, hint, hint, you can find the answer to that question. Question number 2, explain why Marco Polo was an important explorer. So you're going to tell me here, using a complete sentence, why he was an important explorer. Number 3, explain how the middlemen on the Silk Road impacted the age of exploration. So we talked about those middlemen and what their job was on the Silk Road. How did it impact the age of exploration? When it says impact, it means how did it change things? Why were the middlemen there? And how did they change things? What effects? So like if the middlemen were the cause, what were the effects that happened because of the middlemen being on the Silk Road? Question 4, explain how the Renaissance is connected to the age of exploration. So we talked about the Renaissance. The Renaissance was that time period where people were really excited about science and technology. How is that connected to this time period where people were exploring? And then finally, list some of the improvements that were made in sea travel that allowed the age of exploration to happen. So I'll give you a hint. There were 3 different things that 3 different improvements made to sea travel that allowed this to happen. So you're going to tell me those 3 things. So that's what I'm looking for here. When you're finished, make sure that if you're in class that you turn your paper in, or if you are online that you submit this on the page that you're on right now. If you have questions, send me a Canvas message, come ask me. Other than that, do it to it.